Hey everyone, welcome to the reading for today. We're going to see what you guys need to know right now, what's happening in the energy. Keep in mind it's general. It could be past, present, or future. You will know best how this resonates for you, okay? Where this fits on your timeline. So let's see, guys. Let's get that out. All right. What is going on today? What do you need to know right now? What's the message from the holy angels? What's going on? Oh, that was fast. All right, we have the Page of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, and the Six of Wands. Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. All right, so this speaks of some sort of good news, financial news, some sort of a message, somebody reaching out, an investment. This could even have something to do with children. Page of Cups, Page of Pentacles, and the Six of Wands. Somebody having victory and success, getting some sort of good news, looking into something, getting some sort of financial news. Let's see what this is, guys. Why is the Page of Cups here? Why is the Page of Cups here? The Lovers and the Knight of Swords. This has to do with some sort of communication about a relationship or information, somebody speaking out. The Five of Swords in reverse. Somebody's not able to manipulate something, or somebody can't manipulate a situation, okay? Someone can't manipulate you, or this has to do with a relationship. All right, what's the Page of Pentacles? The Ace of Swords, the Three of Swords. The truth is out. There's clarity and truth here about some sort of heartbreak and betrayal, pain. The Seven of Cups, being confused about how you feel, being confused about some sort of pain and heartbreak. What? All right, what's the Six of Wands? A message. It's all about a message of some sorts. Okay, the Fool and someone taking a leap of faith, having a new beginning. The Queen of Swords. Communicating something about a new beginning or taking a leap of faith brings victory and success. This is the truth about someone feeling hurt, heartbroken, and being confused, not knowing how to feel. Huh? Okay, let's see. Tell me more about the Page of Cups, please. The Knight of Cups in reverse. This has to do with a rejection, rejecting someone, rejecting love or some sort of unrequited love, or photographs. This has to do with something from the past, looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia. Some sort of photographs from the past, some sort of screenshots, photographs about unrequited love, or some looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia. Somebody wanting to reach out and apologize, but getting rejected. The Grim Reaper, a relationship being over, no second chances. This has to do with someone wanting to apologize and reach out because a relationship is over and there's no second chances. Okay, what's the Knight of Swords? An engagement ring. This has to do with someone wanting to communicate something about a partnership, a commitment, an engagement, a partnership. Okay. So someone reaches out to you, communicates to you about a relationship. They want to propose, or they want a commitment. They want to apologize. But you reject someone, or you reject something because a relationship is over. No second chances. Why is this coming? Why is this? Somebody can't be manipulative here. What's this? 5 of Swords reverse. The Star. The Page of Cups in reverse. This has to do with someone rejecting someone. You could have rejected someone. Or you could have rejected some sort of a wish fulfillment. I mean, it kind of looks like someone wanting to propose, or somebody wanting some sort of a higher commitment, or they want to give you something that proves their commitment, but you reject this because it's like a Page of Cups offer. It's a little bit too late, or the relationship is over, no second chances, or this could have something to do with a breakup and someone wanting to apologize with a wish fulfillment. But you rejecting this, or you rejecting someone, or maybe you just didn't feel like their offer was very genuine. Okay, yeah, the Ace of Cups in reverse. This is about a lack of love, or not feeling a lack of love. Feeling a lack of love, okay? This has to do with a King of Swords and a Queen of Pentacles. A King of Swords and a Queen of Pentacles, and a lack of love, or a rejection in love, rejecting someone, communicating something about wanting to be in a partnership, wanting to be in a relationship, wanting to commit, wanting to get engaged, wanting a partnership, but you rejected someone. The relationship was over, no second chances. Okay. This has to do with a home, a happy home, stability, a union, and someone trying to create something here, trying to manifest a happy home, someone trying to manifest a union, a happy home, stability, building something together, trying to manifest this. Okay, so somebody could want to manifest this with you, but I feel like you're the one that kind of rejects someone or something of it, right? All right, what else? The Magician. It's something about creating, or a wish, or wanting to create something, or transmute something, or the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody not giving something to you, or you're not receiving something, or something is not equal. It's not equal give and take. There's no reciprocity. A King of Cups in reverse. So this could have something to do with someone's emotions, someone lacking empathy, lacking consideration, being a bit emotionally imbalanced, or not being connected to their emotions. What is this about? And it's about a message. It's about some sort of a message of someone being angry, jealous, obsessive, controlling. Something about being controlling, obsessive, and jealous. King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. because of a Seven of Swords in reverse and a betrayal. Okay, so whoever you're dealing with here, this person betrayed you. They stabbed you in the back. They could have really hurt you, extremely hurt you. You might have found this out. You found something out about a betrayal. You found out that they betrayed you, okay? So they lied to you about a betrayal. You found out about it. This person could have tried to apologize to you and you rejected their apology because of the betrayal. Ace of Cups in reverse. This could even have to do with your feelings for this person, all right? Somebody can't manipulate anymore. I don't know. Who is it that can't manipulate anymore? The High Priestess and the Ten of Pentacles. This has to do with a lot of money, family, generational wealth, a legacy, some sort of an inheritance, or with the High Priestess, it could be a spiritual inheritance. Someone here can't manipulate something anymore when it comes to a wish fulfillment because of someone being rejected, because you found out about a betrayal. This has to do with a Queen of Pentacles and a King of Swords. And somebody not giving something to you, or you feeling like something isn't equal, or there's no equal give and take here. All right, what else? So, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, this is some sort of a bad strategy, some sort of a bad plan. Somebody did not think something through here. Somebody is not thinking about something logically when it comes to wanting to take action. Somebody wants a new beginning, a passionate new beginning, but they're not thinking about something rationally. They're not thinking something through. What are they not thinking through here? Someone being triggered. Turmoil, resentment. Yeah, I feel like this is you being triggered, okay? So you're triggered, or you have triggers, or you are dealing with some sort of turmoil, maybe even a bit of resentment here because of somebody's betrayal, all right? Somebody betrayed you really badly, very badly. Ten of Swords is an ultimate betrayal. It's when someone stabs you in your back. And you found this out, that this person lied to you this way. This person wants a new beginning. They want to communicate to you that they want to have a partnership with you and a commitment with you and an engagement with you, or whatever that is. But this person is not thinking about why you're triggered or how you feel. They just want a new beginning, okay? So it's kind of like they offer you something and they hope that you just forget about everything that they did. That's kind of what this looks like. But you reject something here, or you could reject someone's advances or their offers. The Chaser, this has to do with a fear of abandonment. Being a chaser in a codependent relationship, a fear of abandonment. Who's that about? That's not you. Mirror. Mirroring each other, self-image, relationships reflect our wounds, introspection. Okay, so what I feel like is coming up here is that whoever you're dealing with that betrayed you, this person is supposed to be doing some level of introspection, right? So it's kind of like your reaction to them where you reject them and you kind of hold them away from you after this betrayal. It's supposed to trigger some sort of introspection within them, right? But they could not, I mean, I feel like they're not really thinking through why you're triggered. It's more of like something about a mirror is being held up to them, maybe to who they are. They don't like that necessarily. They just they don't want to really think through that. They just want a new beginning with you. So this is someone that kind of avoids doing the introspection, is what I feel, hoping that giving you an olive branch, because that's kind of what I'm getting with this Ace of Wands. It's like they'll give you an olive branch, they'll reach out to you because they want you to see them in a different way, okay? But you can't help the way that you see them, because all you're doing is holding up a mirror to them and who they are or what they've done to you, how they've betrayed you. That's all you're doing. You're holding up a mirror to who they are. They don't like that. They wish that you would stop doing that. They just want you to kind of forget what they did to you or how they treated you, but you can't, because they're not doing the introspection. They're not thinking about it logically. They just want to give you an olive branch and call it a day. This could be someone that's used to people chasing after them. Why is Chaser here? The Tower. The Three of Cups. Yeah, I mean, I was saying it right before my phone storage was full again. But this Chaser was kind of giving me, it's like this person could be used to people that chase after them for validation, right? So it's kind of like that energy of, you know, when you get betrayed or stabbed in the back, this person might be used to people that then try to, how should I say this? Like, it's almost like the insecurity that comes from the betrayal, the fear of abandonment that gets sparked up from betrayal, or maybe even third parties involved, gets you to want almost like want to prove yourself to that person, that they stay with you. It's giving me this energy of like the overcompensation of wanting to keep your person from having that wandering eye, or wanting to be better, look better, perform better, cook better, just so that you feel like this person won't leave you or cheat on you or betray you again. That's kind of that Chaser energy of a fear of abandonment, right? But if you're someone you're pretty secure in who you are, and you're not in this energy of like where the insecurity is causing you to want to, how should I say this? It's like, I feel like what's going on here is that you know who you are, okay? You know who you are, you know what you have to offer. You're not going to let yourself feel like you're less than, or, I mean, we do, like, especially if you're going through a betrayal, okay, or you're dealing with a betrayal, trying to heal through that, you're not going to let your insecurity overcome you to the point where you feel like you're running after that person to keep them from wanting anyone else besides you. It's kind of like you just know that that's not your problem and it doesn't have anything to do with you, okay? And that's where this mirroring comes in. It's like, you know that the way that this person is acting or the way that they betrayed you doesn't have anything to do with you not being good enough. It's a them problem, okay? And I feel like you keep mirroring it back to them that they are the problem. And I feel like they don't like that, because they might be used to people that say, okay, I forgive you, or try to just, forget things or try to make things better so that the betrayer doesn't leave. It's like trying to, how should I say this? I hope you guys get what I'm saying. It's a bit complicated. It's a bit complex, but it's like, if you get betrayed, that can, and if you're an insecure person, or you have, or it, not you're not necessarily an insecure person, but sometimes that can like get triggered, right? Where you feel like you need to do more in order for that never to happen again, because you feel like it's like you're lacking in some sort of way, right? Which is never true. It's never you. If someone betrays you, that's not because you are lacking or there's something wrong with you. That doesn't mean you need to get this fear of abandonment where you start chasing after them and wanting to prove yourself. Why? But I feel like whoever you are, you don't feel that way anyways, okay? You're not in that fear of abandonment or feeling like you need to prove yourself. You have recognized that it's them. They're the ones that messed up. And you keep holding a mirror to them, and this is someone that's not used to this kind of a response. I feel like they're used to the opposite kind of a response, where someone maybe in the past, this is like giving me someone that cheats and cheated in the past as well. And they were dealing with people that would just kind of forgive it, never speak on it again, and then try to do this overcompensation thing where it's like the fear of losing the person kicks in, and then they try to be better and look better, perform better, and all that stuff just to keep that person there, which doesn't do anything with the betrayer, because they think their behavior is okay and is forgivable, but you're not doing that, and you're not going to do that, okay? What you're doing is you're holding up a mirror to their own wound and saying, this is your wound. You did this, you betrayed me because it's your wound. It doesn't have anything to do with me, okay? And even this is like, this person could be someone that they try to even trigger you. They try to trigger you maybe, or put you in some sort of emotional turmoil, because they're trying to get this reaction from you, this fear of losing them. But I feel like you're at the point, you're in this Knight of Cups, Page of Cups in reverse energy, which is like, you're not playing that game with them. You're not scared of losing them. You're not. I really feel like you're not scared of losing them, okay? Because of everything that they did to you. If anything, they should be scared of losing you and not the other way around. You didn't do anything to this person. You didn't betray them this way. And it's almost like they're used. This is so strange, because it's like, this is someone that's used to almost like juggling people, comparing people, having multiple parties, doing what they want, and getting a reaction out of their partner that is a chaser energy. That's like, oh no, please don't leave me. But you're not playing that game. If anything, you're rejecting this person, okay? Or you keep them at arm's length, or if they come and they apologize, it's like, that's not enough, okay? Like, you want to see some sort of self-reflection here, but they're not really self-reflecting. There's no real introspection on their part. So that's not enough. It's like, okay, you want to have the olive branch. You want a new beginning. Where's the introspection? Okay. I mean, is this even giving me a bit like mind games, right? It's like, they want you, this is someone that they'll just want you to forget what they did. They want you to forgive. They want you to forget about it, never bring it up again, because they don't like the mirror. They don't like that if you hold on to things, you're just showing them who they are, what they did all the time. They don't want to really look at that, right? So this will be the kind of person that if you bring up what they did, they'll say things like, can't you just forget about it? Like, well, then why don't you leave? Then why don't you break up? If you can't take it, then why don't you leave? Why don't you break up? That also is them trying to like trigger this response in you, where it's like, I don't know, maybe subconsciously you feel like you have to stop bringing it up, or else, it's like, you're not the problem here. Like, you're not the problem. And all of their responses, all of their actions and all of their responses are their wounds talking. It's like this is a very backwards, okay, very complicated. All right, Tower. What's a Tower? Receiving what you need, progressing, arriving, moving on in reverse. Yeah, this is someone that feels like you just can't let it go. Like you just can't move on from something. You can't let it go. And it's like, maybe you can't really let it go, but it has a lot to do with the way that the person is dealing with it. It's like they just expect you to just let it go and move on. And it's like, I can't, right? You can't. You can't just move on and let it go. I like you in reverse. Yeah, it's because this person is not getting this validation from you. That's what they want so bad. They want to hear from you that they're not a bad person. They want to hear from you that you think that they're great and you like them and, you know, romance is blooming, but you just can't do that. Like you just cannot. I feel like you're just having a hard time validating this person because they need to look at themselves and look at what they did. And it's almost like, it's even giving, this whole thing is mirroring back to them why they betrayed you in the first place. Why they stabbed you back in the first place. Why they betrayed you in the first place. And it could have a lot to do with their own self-esteem or their own self-worth or the way that they get their validation. It's like as soon as you didn't give them their validation anymore, they went off and got it somewhere else. And now that they betrayed you and you're calling them out on it, they're almost like, why can't you just forget about that? Can't you see that I've changed? It's like, what, you want validation from me now or what? I mean, it's almost like they're used to people. I feel like it's not even they want this. It's more like they're used to getting a certain kind of response where they can just say, oh, I've changed. And then the other person, you know, throws themselves at them and makes them feel like back on their pedestal of, okay, you know, it's something about them not wanting to look at like their problems or why they did what they did in the first place, or that they, you know, they're expecting something of you that is just like not possible, okay? Because you're just not that kind of a person that's gonna excuse bad behavior or tell them that something was fine. They just want a happy, it's like they just want a happy home. That's nice. So they want to create this happy home with you. They want peace. They want things to go back to normal. It's like, where did this start? Like, where is this stemming from that they think that they can betray you and stab you in the back, and then afterwards they just think, you know, all they got to do is say sorry and then things just go back to normal. Like they're almost expecting, like they're expecting you that if you say, okay, I'm giving you another shot, I'm giving you another chance, that means in their mind that you now forgive them completely and forget it and never bring it up again. Like, but where is that coming from? Let's break it down. Yeah, the Sun and the Lovers. All right, so happiness, truth, illumination about a relationship, the Six of Swords, and somebody that just wants to move on. Like they're just like, can we just move on already? Can we just leave it behind? They just want to let something go and they just want to leave it in the past. The Nine of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, and the Five of Swords. This has to do with, we have a Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. This has to do with something in the past, somebody wanting to manipulate or being manipulative in the past, lying, doing things behind your back, being petty, being deceptive, manipulating you, lying to you, being selfish. It's like somebody just wants to forget that they did all of this to you, that all of this happened, that they treated you this way. And they just want you to just move on. And I feel like you're the one holding a mirror up to them and saying, but you need to look at yourself. But there's something here about them wanting to, they're trying to they keep trying to trigger a certain response in you that does not exist in your person. Which makes me feel like this is how they did it maybe to other people in their past. It's like trying to trigger a certain response where there's like a fear of losing them that then excuses their bad behavior. It's like they don't, there's like a part of them, like even if you stick around with this person and say, okay, look, I'm going to give you another chance. There's a part of them that doesn't understand why you're giving them another chance if you don't, if you're not forgetting about what they did. It's like, for them, it's very black and white thinking. It's like, okay, so if you give me another chance, or if you don't cut me out of your life completely and still keep talking to me, then that means that you must forgive me and forget what happened. For them, it's very black and white. It's like one or the other. So if you stick around and you say, okay, you really betrayed me, but you want to apologize. All right, let's see. Then that for them is like synonymous with maybe this is not a conscious thought. This is like very subconscious for them. It's like almost synonymous with someone that is scared of losing them. So they think if you're scared of losing them or the relationship, then that means you'll bury what they did because you just want to move on and move past it. But that's not what you're doing. You're not just going to bury what they did because you want to give them another chance. It's more like, okay, so you say you're sorry. I'll watch this and look at this and see how you act, but I'm not going to trust you or forget this or even forgive you yet. But it's almost like they're not understanding something here. Or they just want to forget what they did. They just don't want it to be brought up anymore. They just don't want to have this constant reminder. And that's another thing why maybe you don't trust them, right? If this person is acting if it triggers them every single time you hold up a mirror to them, or you kind of remind them of what they did and what you think and how you feel, it triggers them. It's like maybe that's another reason why you don't trust them fully, because you can tell that it irks them that you see them differently now. It irks them that you see them differently now, which you might think, okay, so if you don't like the fact that I see you differently now, how far off is it that you go off and betray collective again because you're looking for a certain level of validation from others that you're a good person? It's like being around you, they keep getting reminded of what they did and they feel this shame. They don't like that. So, it's not so far off for you to believe that they might go off, step out, and seek that validation again somewhere else, right? So you don't trust them. Okay. The Two of Pentacles. Yeah, something about juggling, all right? Or keeping options open, or I don't know if this is you or them, right? Let's see. What's this about? the Four of Swords. It's something about you thinking something or contemplating something, or something about you going back and forth in your mind, all right? Or maybe you feel kind of like split down the middle as well. It's like, or maybe this could be many things. Let's see. But what I'm getting here is either this is you split down the middle of like, you know, you want to be able to trust them again. You want to see if they're really sorry about something, but there's another half of you that's very careful and hurt by what they've done, all right? This could also be them what is that about? Two of Pentacles. It's also giving me like this black and white thinking of like either or. Either you forget, or either you keep me in your life, but that means you forgive me and forget it and then pretend like it never happened, or we don't talk ever again. It's like this person wants you to pick a side, and it's like you're not picking a side because that's not possible. It's like you can't, somebody can't apologize wanting another chance with you, but expect you to then forget what they did. It's like, that's not reasonable, but it's almost like that's what they're expecting of you, okay? The Ten of Cups, the Three of Wands. This has to do with planning a family or future plans, or wanting to be a family, wanting to be happy, wanting to plan a future together. Yeah, I mean, that's like one thing that maybe is what's, yeah, that's where the split, look, Hangman, that's where the split comes down the middle, right? It's like, because before this person betrayed you, there was plans, there was family, there was happiness, there was this feeling of togetherness, union, ultimate happiness, future plans, okay? Thinking long term, you know, being happy no matter who this person is to you, okay? Being happy, having a family, ultimate bliss, that was there. All of a sudden there's this betrayal, like an ultimate betrayal, and it's like this person, they're like, well, we can still have this, and you're kind of thinking like, I thought we had this, or I thought we were gonna have this. It's almost like this Two of Pentacles is giving me like your reality got pulled into two different realities all of a sudden. Like you could have felt blindsided by this. It's like your reality is all of a sudden two different realities. Like, but the person is still there. The person is still there, which means this is still there. But also this other reality now exists where this person has betrayed you ultimately. And it's like, it could be really hard for you to like navigate this. It feels like it's hard to navigate this. And especially I feel it makes it a lot harder when you're dealing with someone that just wishes that you would just forget about it. Like, just forget about it. Just like, you said that you would give me a chance, so can you just forget about it? And it's like, stop. You could feel like, you know, you want someone to stop pressuring you into just like leaving it behind, right? So what's this Page of Pentacles? The King of Wands. The Three of Cups. Yeah, it's some sort of partying, friends. Yeah, this person, whatever they were doing with their friends, going out of parties, going out with other people, third parties. This, I mean, it doesn't have to be like, it could be cheating, but it could also just be like a bunch of other people being involved in your relationship, or them going out with friends all the time. A lot of partying here, okay? Abundance. Keep a positive mindset. Manifest exactly what you want. Gratitude, bliss. Yeah, which is almost like, really, it's making me feel like the person that you're dealing with that betrayed you, it's like they keep trying to put you in this like in this position where this has to do with their own self-worth and their own self-esteem, okay? Their own need for validation from others. It's like that's what could have happened in the past, is where they felt like they weren't being validated, or they felt some sort of insecurity, and they went and sought that somewhere else. It's like they looked for their own self-worth outside of themselves with others, or the validation that other people were giving them, right? And now it's like they're like, now that you see them for who they truly are, or what they've truly done, or you just see them differently, it's almost like they're upset that you see them now, because before you might have been very grateful to have them in your life or to be with them. Now that's gone. Okay, you're no longer that grateful, because now you're seeing them in a different way. That bothers them, that you're not like fawning over them, or, you know, giving them that sense of like you want them more than anything. It's more like you're very distanced now, and that's kind of, now you're the one telling them that, you know, they're ungrateful. Now you're the one telling them that how ungrateful they were. It's like they want you to see them as a person that they're not. Or they want to come to you and say, I've changed, I'm this person now. And you're like, yeah, okay. How long? Like they're wishing that you would give them praise and say, wow, I'm so glad to have someone like you. You're such a great person. You would never hurt me. You would never treat me badly. But you don't see them that way, because they did. You're the one holding up a mirror to them saying you should be grateful, or they should be grateful that they have someone like you. Right? They want you to have a positive mindset. Manifest what you want. Keep a positive mindset. They want you to think positively about them. Be grateful for someone like them, but it's just not possible to see them that way anymore. And you might have felt that way about them at some point, but they ruined it. They did it to themselves, and they don't like having to deal with that. Right? So what's the truth? This is the truth about you working on this situation with this person. I feel like you are trying to rebuild something. You are trying to work something through with this person, work something out. But they're the one that broke it. They're the one that broke this connection. It's not your connection to fix. They're the one that broke it. It's not yours to fix, all right? It really isn't. And it's almost like they don't want to have to deal with everything that comes with fixing the connection. They want to skip that part. They just want to skip to the happily ever after. Now everything's fine. Forgive and forget. We'll just move on. They don't want to go through the hard part of actually working through this. And I feel like that means working through your emotions. They're having a hard time dealing with your emotions connected to the betrayal. They just want it to be fixed and forgotten, and yeah, something like that, man. Oh, it's the Three of Swords. Camera. Reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learn from the past. Yeah, it's like Make memories, reminiscing about the past. Yeah, it's like every time you look back now, you're heartbroken about it. It's like you're now like your entire past with this person could now be completely distorted, right? It's like you used to look back to the past in a different way. Now when you look at the past, it's like it's just distorted. There's just so much heartbreak, there's just so much pain there that comes up, or you just like maybe it just keeps hitting you over and over and over again, or maybe you just keep reminiscing about the past betrayal. You're having a hard time moving through it because it's painful. The Three of Swords. And that is normal. This is what's called betrayal trauma. All right? If you've been horrendously betrayed by someone very close to you, you will have betrayal trauma. Okay? You can even have some level of PTSD after being betrayed by someone close to you. And you are going through this. I feel like you are, because you keep pushing this person away. Knight of Cups in reverse, you keep pushing them away, and they're getting frustrated because it's like they're just trying to move past it. They want to apologize. They want to move past it. They want, things to be great again. They want you to be positive, but it's not, it's like they're making it too black and white. And I feel like that's really, it's making it difficult to work through the issue because you need to have room to process what happened. You need to have room and space to deal with the pain and the betrayal. You need to have room to get your emotions out about it and feel your way through it. And this person is like, every single time you bring up the pain or you bring up something that hurts, it's like they get annoyed. That's what this is. They'll get annoyed with you. Why are you bringing it up again? Why can't you just let it go? Why do you keep saying this about me? Why do you keep assuming this about me? It's like difficult. What's the Seven of Cups? Again, look at that. A karmic relationship. Triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons. Yeah, this is like, I don't know who's confused here. Why is someone confused? Seven of Cups. Someone is confused about somebody paying someone a lot of money or paying something or equal give and take. Someone being independent, being financially stable, equal give and take, generosity, reciprocity. I mean, this could even be about you like being confused sometimes and going in between like wanting to be completely independent, thinking about just like saying fuck it and just leaving it all behind, and then kind of going back into this like, wanting to give to the situation. I don't know, what's that? The Eight of Cups in reverse. Yeah, you don't walk away. Not walking away, being confused about how you feel, being in pain, betrayal trauma, trying to keep a positive mindset, trying to work through things, going through a lot, rejecting someone, accepting their apology. It's like, yeah, it's a bit back and forth, yeah. Death. Yeah, but honestly, I feel like in this case with the death here, about ending something completely, I feel like that is not even you. I feel like that's who you're dealing with, okay? Like this person, you get triggered. You're in turmoil because you're reminiscing about the past and it hurts. There's pain here. Then I feel like this is someone that gets frustrated with you because you keep bringing up the past because you're having a hard time working through it because there's trauma there. And their only response to you is, well, if you can't forget it, why don't you just leave then? It's like they keep putting you in an ultimatum. That's what this feels like. It's like the ultimatum being either you break up or you forget what happened. Either you break up with me or you just forgive it and never bring it up again what I did. This is like an ultimatum that someone keeps putting on you over and over and over again. And it's like, why the fuck don't you leave then? It's like you could really get to the point where it's like, look, I'm here trying to work through this with you. If you don't want to hear my pain anymore, why don't you leave? This person keeps putting it on you, you know, like, it's an ultimatum. I feel like someone does this to you over and like every single fight, every single time you bring something up, every single time you say what hurts you, that's their response. Every single time is, well, why don't you just leave then if you don't like it? Why don't you just break up if you don't like it? Why? Because they feel, it's like that mirror. They don't like how you see them. They don't like how it's making them feel about themselves. They feel ashamed for what they've done to you. They feel bad about themselves. So they're like, well, if you hate me this much or you don't like me this much, then why don't you leave? And that's their way of getting validation. Because in their mind, they think, well, if you don't leave them, then that means they're a good person and then they're worth having around. But that's not why you're staying. You're staying because you see through this little game that they keep playing with you, and you're not going down to this level of this push and pull with them the whole time. I feel you're not playing this game of, well, fine, then I'm leaving. It's like, can we just be mature about this? Okay. Like this person has like this trigger point, I feel, where they don't feel like dealing with the difficult things. Then they're like, well, then just leave me. Then just leave. If you don't like it, then just leave. Why don't you just leave me? All right, what else? Yeah, this is about, look, it's about your pain. It's about you dealing with your pain. Or this could even be what this is like this person, this is giving me self-sabotage or like a self-fulfilling prophecy. You know, it's like this person, in their mind, they think that you're going to leave them. So every single time you're in a fight, they're like, well, then why don't you leave me then? And it'll actually end up like bringing you to a breaking point where you end up doing it. Because you get so tired of hearing that in a fight, right? Or in an argument, like you just get so fucking tired of it at some point. Because I feel like you feel like this person should be grateful, gratitude and bliss. They should be grateful that you're even giving them another chance to apologize. And here they are in every single fight when you want to bring something up, saying, then why don't you leave then? The Magician. It's like they're creating their own pain, right? The Seven of Swords. Yeah, because they're a liar, because they lied. They don't like it that you call them out for being a liar, for being sneaky, for being a liar. They don't like being reminded of this. The Hanged Man and the Chariot in reverse. Yeah, it's like I feel like you're in the Hanged Man. You're kind of just like waiting. You don't know what decision to make. And this person, it's giving me like trigger happy, okay? When it comes to breaking up, this person or ending the relationship or whatever this is, they're trigger happy. They're going to be the first person that throws it out. Well, then why don't you just leave? Well, then maybe we should just break up, and maybe we should just do this, and maybe you should just leave then, or maybe I should just leave then. They do this. I swear, this is someone, they will do this with every single argument that you have, okay? And it's something about, if you're so trigger happy, like, why don't you leave then? It's because they're expecting a certain reaction or a certain response from you when they do that. It's like, that's how they're getting their validation from you. It's when you don't leave. But then they also think that you should just then forget what they did if you stay. And you're just sitting in the hanged man right now. You're just kind of like looking at this. You don't really know, you probably don't know what the fuck to do right now, because how are you supposed to work through something with someone that doesn't want to look at what they did, okay? Man. All right, why is the Six of Wands here? The Chariot in reverse, something about not going, not moving forward, not traveling, not moving forward, not going anywhere. Man, it just, I can't believe that. It just came out the exact same way together. Where is it? The Hanged Man and the Chariot in reverse just came out like that. Something about you being in this waiting stage where you're not making a decision. You're just kind of like waiting. You're not making a decision. Why? Why is that here? Because of love. Because of love. Yeah, that's where it gets messy, right? It's like you're not making a decision. This person stabbed you in the back, absolutely, deceived you, heartbreak, pain. But it could be hard for you to kind of make a decision because of love. And it's also because I feel like you see through this person's like up and down roller coaster behavior. It's like you can see why they're doing that, why they say the things that they say, which doesn't excuse it. It's still like a behavior pattern that they definitely have to work on. But it's like this all comes down to their own self-esteem and their own self-worth. And I feel like you just don't really know right now. It's like, I don't really know what to do with this. Okay. You're just kind of like taking it all in. You're like, I'm not going to make some quick decisions like this person is. I feel like you don't make quick decisions like they do. You kind of just tend to watch it unfold. All right. Passion, insane chemistry, liking each other equally, having fun. Soulmates in reverse. A breakup. Partnership, soul connection in reverse, a breakup. Something about this person breaking up all the time. Or threatening to. Wedding rings. Something about their marriage or a marriage as well. Getting married. A soul connection, eternal love, getting married, and a breakup. Yeah, this is like a ping pong ball. This is someone that like goes between breaking up and wanting to get married, like it's like it could be a bit difficult to deal with, right? And it's all because of their own insecurity, their own self-worth. They want you to see them a certain way. It bothers them that you don't see them in that light. And that is the same exact reason why they betrayed you in the first place, all right? The sixes, yeah, they just want to leave it behind. They're like, can we just leave it behind, please? Can we just forget about it? The Two of Cups, can we just leave it behind and be together? And I feel like I feel like you want a relationship with them, or you want something to maybe work out, or you are working through something with this person, but you're coming at the whole situation in a more realistic way, that this has to be worked through. Like the problem, the betrayal, it has to be worked through. You can't just put a band-aid on it or just forget about it and pretend it didn't happen because we're both so scared of losing each other. That's not realistic. Okay? Like this has to be worked through. I feel like this person is used to being in like a push and pull with other people where, you know, it doesn't matter who hurt who or who betrayed who, you know, you're just so scared of being alone and losing each other that you just forgave everything. You're not doing that. You're not playing that game with them. All right? They're trying to play, I feel like they're trying to play with you. You're not going to do it. Okay, or you shouldn't. The Four of Pentacles. Yeah, it's something about holding on to someone, not wanting to lose someone. This person could be scared of losing you, and it could be bothering them that you are not scared of losing them. That you are seeing this in a very, very clear, accurate, objective way. All right. They're scared of losing you. They want to hear out of your mouth that you are scared of losing them. That's why they keep doing this breakup thing. If they keep threatening to break up, or why can't we just leave, or why can't we just, you know, if you want to leave, then just leave, because they want to hear from you that you want them, that you don't want to break up, you want them. They're craving that validation. Okay. What else? The Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups in reverse. Who's the Queen of Cups in reverse? Something about you being heartless, maybe. The Ten of Wands. Yeah, this person is really bothered. Look, you're coming out as the Queen of Swords, which means that you are telling them straight how it is, okay? Head over heart. You're not being loving towards them right now. You're not showing them affection. You're not rolling out the red carpet. You're not telling them how great they are. You're not being loving, affectionate, empathetic. You're not giving them any Queen of Cups energy. None. Because you feel like maybe they don't really deserve it. They never appreciated it when they had this with you. If anything, they just betrayed it, right? They just stabbed it in the back. They took it for granted. So right now, you don't have any of this love to give. Because I feel like you think this person needs to prove themselves first before they get this back. There's nothing like this here right now. You're just straight up Queen of Swords, just telling it how it is, calling this person out, telling them what you think, okay? Just straight up swords, just straight up words. There's no love here. There's not a lot of feelings, emotions here. And this burdens this person. It's like, it feels like it's too much for them. They want to feel you in your Queen of Cups energy again, but it's just not possible. It's just not possible. I feel like it's just not possible. You know, it's just not possible. You just cannot give this to them. And they want this from you, but you feel like they didn't give it to you. Okay? Or it's like it's imbalancing them, that they have to give you more love and you are not giving the same back. So every single time they're not receiving love, validation, affection, attention from you, it really imbalances them. They really crave that level of validation, and someone needs to tell them they're a good person, and that, you know, they really need that. And I feel like right now you're not giving it to them because you know why, right? You're not gonna, like, it's something about you're not gonna soothe their ego here or make them feel better about what they did. There's no excuse for this betrayal. Okay, there isn't. The Four of Swords, yeah, something about you being silent. So it could even be about the fact that maybe this could even be like you don't tell this person that you love them anymore. Right? It's not that you don't love them. I feel like you just cannot say it out of your mouth. You could have a hard time expressing it. Yeah, 8 of Cups in reverse, but also not walking away. Or you're emotionally, this could even be emotional detachment. Like you could feel very emotionally detached from this person right now. But yeah, I mean, I feel like that's, you know, if someone has betrayed you. And part of the emotional detachment could be coming from the fact that they are always putting you in this ultimatum, right? You could feel like it's like really pushing you away from them, that they're not understanding of what they did to you, okay? The 8 of Pentacles, yeah, it's like they want to work on it with you, but they're not understanding that you need to work on it. They want to work on it, but they want to forget what they did, or they want you to forget what they did, okay? And I feel like the more that they expect this from you, the more emotionally detached you become. Yeah, something like that is going on here, man. But I hope it helps. It's been a long reading, so I'm going to leave it there, okay? Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, bye.